Matt, point at the end of the game. Must be delighted with the spirit again that the players have shown, and in the end, it's another game unbeaten.
It is, yeah. It's 4 unbeaten now, and 6. I say good performances. Actually, thought today was probably the lesser of the 6. Previous 5, I was reasonably pleased with the majority of games. Certainly not all of it, but today I felt first half we weren't quite at the levels I'd want. I still didn't think we deserved to go in behind and be behind at half time to an own goal. I thought we definitely had a blatant penalty, obviously at the post. They have, to be fair as well, right on the stroke of half time, but I didn't feel that we deserved to be going in behind, but I still wasn't happy with certain things. But then second half, a real spirited display, as you said, a really together pushing, penning them in, looking the team most likely to go and get the goal of the next goal of the game. And even though it came late, thankfully we got it.
Just in that second half, lots of pressing, but were you frustrated there weren't that many clear chances?
No, we probably didn't work the keeper as well as you like. Maybe got into some good areas, some good crossing positions, didn't quite get it where we wanted, a few shots off target. But we kept recycling the ball, keep getting on the ball and keep switching it and kept probing. I never really felt threatened at the other end. But maybe could have worked him a little bit more. But I was just waiting for that moment or that little bit of spark or a little bit of quality to get it out, and then it comes from a set piece for us.
Frustrating in the first half because when they scored, we were just having a good spell and we had a couple of near misses, and then they went up the other end. And it's been a goal we've conceded quite a lot this season, a counter attack, and got caught out a little bit.
Yeah, I felt they cleared their lines. I didn't feel they broke on us. I felt they cleared their lines, and unfortunately a header from Louis actually goes into the middle of the pitch, which is what not we would be intending to do, of course, and he won't be pleased with that. Head high or wide, but he drops down into midfield and then they break on us. So I can see why you say a counter attack from that. Stretches us out wide and then the ball into the box, and unfortunately we don't defend the near post, and it goes inside the bottom corner. So yeah, a disappointing timing of the goal, certainly for what you say, because I really felt we were starting to get the ascendancy into the game there. But disappointing to go behind at that stage.
And what did you say at half time? Was it to keep going, sort of more of the same?
No.
You wanted an improvement in the second half?
Yeah, on and off the ball I wanted a few tweaks, and there was 3 probably points on both, with or without the ball, that I wanted to make sure was better. All right, not big or drastic changes, but the attention to detail and the little things do make big differences in games, and I just wanted to make sure we nailed down those few points on both sides of the game. And then I felt we really started the half well, and the front 2 really got into it. Aiden getting us going and switching, and there's some good passages of play and some good moments for us. And yeah, as I say, we kept plugging away, really good resilience, looked fit, looked strong, kept pushing, and thankfully got the goal. And once we did, I felt we could have really gone on and won it there, and had a good chance, and one clear off the line from Smith's header, and Murray Patrick's looked lively a couple of times, but unfortunately we couldn't get the winner.
And was there a spell where you thought this isn't going to work in the second? This isn't going to come in the second half as the half went on?
Well, the longer it goes, it's natural, of course, to think that. But I didn't feel, just bringing Amari on halfway through the half, pushing Harry inside was the first bit. But I thought the front 2 was still a handful, and I wasn't looking to force the change there. Josh Coley was being very lively out wide for us, and you're obviously not going to change your back 4. So I wasn't trying to force the next substitution, just waiting for that, hopefully that moment to come for us, and it did.
Team line up today: Ben Goodliff coming back. I gather Omar picked up a slight knock last week, not quite fit to start.
No, and Kizzy as well, and really Kizzy and Omar haven't trained all week, and I did the same the previous week with Rob Milson and Craig Clay, where I didn't want to, with the lack of training, push them at Colchester with the risk of what we was doing with their injuries. And the Kiz and Omar were very much the same, so I had the natural replacement for Omar to bring Goody back in from his suspension. So there's nothing that Omar has done wrong to be left out, literally the lack of training, and Kiz as well. But then when Rob rang me this morning and he was ill and pulled out the team, unfortunately, then I had to take the risk with Kiz, and we had no other choice. So Kiz had to go back in there, and hopefully he's got through okay, and the back 4 did very well.
And in a home game, playing Harry still out on the left, how tempting is it to try and find a place for Amari on the left side? As a more attacking player.
Not overly at the moment, because Harry's certainly an
Yeah,
attacking
so,
player,
yeah,
isn't he? And he scored for us against Bradford, and I thought he had a real impact in the game. So yes, they're different types of players, but I still look at Harry Buteman as an attacking threat for us, without a doubt. So Harry's done well in these run of games, and he's certainly got the shirt at the moment.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily saying Harry not play Harry, but bring him into the middle and play Amari on the left occasionally.
Yeah, not overly at the moment, because our performances have been good and our results have been good, and that's with Harry Buteman coming in off the left hand side, and he's done well there. So no, it hasn't been overly at the moment. And
as we said at the start, bottom line is we've come out with a point, unbeaten, now in 4, and go into a Tuesday night. It is a knockout game at Charlton in the EFL Trophy, although it's a group game, or Bristol Street Motors Trophy. What's the thoughts going into that game?
That we want to progress through. I want to get out of the group. There will be players who haven't played so much and given valuable minutes into some of them, because that's always how it's been in this trophy. Even when we got to the final, it was like that. Of course you want to win and progress through, of course we do, but also freshening it up a little bit. It was a heavy pitch for us today. We've had a hell of a lot of rain this week, and then we're travelling up to Grimsby at the weekend, so we'll see where we are on Monday, and we'll see where we are with the injuries and the freshness of the squad and players, and pick the team accordingly.
And just going back to today's game, how important is that sort of late equaliser, bearing in mind what the league table might have looked like if it had stayed at 1-0 to Tranmere? Do you pay a sort of huge amount of attention to that at the moment?
No, not overly to that. A third of the way through the season, not overly. Of course I am, but no, not overly, because I'm massively on the performances today, and it was still okay. It was more than okay, especially in the second half, and probably the lesser of the 6 that we've had in a row now that I've certainly been pleased with. But to keep a 4-game unbeaten run going now, especially here, and to the way we pressed and got into the game the second half, it was really important we didn't lose the game after being 1-0 down at half time. So yeah, very pleased. And
in a way, the equaliser coming sort of when it did, pity there wasn't a little bit more stoppage time, because you fancied it might be one of those games where we go and get the second one.
Exactly, it was just a shame that we didn't have a little bit more into the game, because it really got our tails up, didn't it? And we really pressed and pushed on for that second, but unfortunately we couldn't get it.
Well, Matt, thanks for talking to us as always. We look forward to seeing you at Charlton on Tuesday night, and good luck in that game.
Brilliant, cheers. Thank you.